Welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to show you a simple trick for animation in Unity. If you are familiar with Blender, then you probably already know about curves and path-based animation. There is a ton of tutorials about it in Blender, but you don't really see many simple ways to do the same thing directly in Unity. So today I'm going to use Dolly Track for that. Dolly Track is a part of Cinemachine package and it's mainly used to animate virtual cameras. But in this tutorial we will use it to animate objects instead. First, start by installing Cinemachine package. Then right-click in your hierarchy and add a new dolly track to your scene. Create the path you want. And if you want the movement to loop forever, just enable looped option. Next, take the object you want to animate and make it a child of the dolly cart. Reset the transform so it will align perfectly with the track. Now you are ready to animate the object to follow the path. Open the animation tab by going to Window, Animation, Animation, create a new animation clip and start recording. This will automatically add a new animator component to your dolly cart. At frame 0, set the position value to 0. And then move forward few seconds in the timeline and add another keyframe with a value of 0.999. I'm using normalized position, which means the value will always stay between 0 and 1. And because the path is looped, it will never reach the 1, it will be at 0.99 maximum. This is enough to create a perfect looping animation. Now you can see the animation working fine. But if you speed up the time in your scene, you will notice the shape slow down at the end of each loop. That happens because of the animation curves. In Animation tab, switch to Curve View. Select both keyframes and set both sides to linear. Now animation will loop perfectly with constant speed. Now I'm going to add another animation clip to move the shape from side to side. To play both clips on the same animator, I will add another layer. Copy the second clip and paste it into the second layer. Make sure to set the layer weight to 1. Another example is aircraft taking off animation. I have made a lot of fighter jet animation using the same technique. So let's start with a new dolly track, position it where the aircraft is, and make sure point 0 is reset to 0 on all axes. Remember to make the aircraft a child of the dolly cart and reset the transform. Now you can start creating your path. You will notice that you can control the roll of each point on the curve, which is super useful for aircraft banking and turns. Continue shaping your path and add a bit of roll in the middle. This time I'm using regular distance instead of normalized position for the dolly cart. Now you can start animating. I'm going to add 3 keyframes, one at the start, another at the beginning of takeoff, and last one at the end of the path. If you switch to curve view, you will see that from the first keyframe to the second, I want the movement to start slowly and then speed up, so the aircraft feel like it's accelerating. Then from the second keyframe to the final one, you can make it linear for smooth constant movement. And that's it. You can always add extra details like rotating board, moving control surface, or tweaking the environment to make the animation feel more alive. Here is the final result. If you have any question, feel free to leave a comment or message me on Discord.